Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to Rimworld Ascension, episode 13. Alright, it came to my attention while scrolling through the Steam Workshop that Vanilla Expanded added the new race, Vanilla Race Expanded Archeon, so I made sure to add that to the mod list. And we're going to add the faction to the world so that it does show up. And other than that, this doesn't really matter. This is just patch notes for the vehicle framework. Alright, so I think this episode is going to be a lot. Again, it's going to be a pretty chill episode. The last couple episodes have been really chill, which is kind of stressing me out, ironically, because little worried about what Randy Random's got cooking up for me. But we're going to just focus on getting the wall constructed and doing some little projects around, like removing this flooring, removing the last remnants of the old village, and just doing some work inside the base. No real big goals today. We're just going to try to just chill, make our base a little nicer, and hope we don't get murdered by a gigantic raid of manhunting Yorkshire Terriers. I have been thinking about potentially building some sort of quote-unquote stables here in order to have the hay grass stored over here so that they can eat it. But for now, that's not really a concern for me. It's very low on my priority list. Temperature seems to be okay, all things considered. I mean, it's getting somewhat cold, but we can fix that just by building some torches, which will help with the lighting anyway. So that is something we already wanted to do, and it'll just make everything a lot brighter, and light also helps people move around faster, so it's beneficial for us to construct torches. Put this one here. I always forget that I can do wall-mounted torches. It's a great mod, by the way, the one that adds these. Yeah, Vanilla Factions Expanded Medieval. Very useful. Keeps them off the floor. Okay, that is something we need because we need to get rid of our money. And it's a bulk goods trader too. And bulk goods traders are the best ones because they will buy just about everything. So we'll wait for them to get closer, and then we'll send Calhoun to go trade with them. Alright, send Calhoun to go trade. Let's see what they got. So they are willing to buy our Muffalo. Don't really want to do that. Let's see. Are you willing to purchase... Okay, they're not willing to purchase the uranium, but they are willing to purchase the ambrosia. As well as our rum, our gold. We do want to keep the gold, though. The gold is actually useful for us. And we can buy some clothes, too, which I think we're going to do. Specifically, we're going to buy the parka. Because we have been it's getting colder, and that's just a good idea for us to get. In terms of what we are going to sell, I think it would be beneficial for us to clear out our storage a bit by getting rid of some of the less common leathers that we have that won't really ever be used, simply due to how hard they are to get. And they do have some herbal medicine, which we can buy. Sell them those velociraptor eggs. We can't use those. We want to keep the components because I believe there's some stuff that we can make as a medieval faction that requires components. So we'll just hold on to those for safekeeping. We'll buy all of their pemmican so we can have some food reserves in case something happens. Because, well, something always happens. We can sell them the muffalo wool if we really wanted to. It wouldn't really be too beneficial, all things considered, for us to sell that, though. Now, what we can sell is all this alcohol that we just have lying around, and a bunch of ambrosia. They don't have enough money to buy all of it, though. I doubt they even have enough to really buy. We want to sell them the maximum amount so that we can get our colony wealth down. Alpacas, we don't really have a use for them, but that would be interesting. Now, the Radyak, that would be interesting. But it produces uranium, and we don't really need uranium, so that's going to be a no. And we'll just let Kaida, when he gets around to it, he can grab this stuff and haul it inside. There we go. So that was a pretty good trade. Let's see if it dropped our colony wealth. No, but it seems to have evened it out a bit. Yeah, so you can definitely tell, like, where certain things happened in our little journey so far. Like, right here, that was probably that was probably, like, the big fire. And then we had a couple big spikes. This was probably some sort of trading. And since then, it's been a pretty drastic rise in colony wealth. Yep, grab the money. Not that I have a use for it, but... Well, actually, that's a lie. I do have a use for the money. Once we get sterile tiles, we can use that to make our medical facility a lot cleaner. Speaking of which, let's actually fully expand the medical facility, just so I know what I'm working with in its fullest extent. The wall is getting really close to being finished, though, so that's really good. Let's see. Calhoun tried to convert Enbon. That's good. He resents the attempt, but it did drop his certainty. Okay, and with the last bit of the wall here needing to be constructed, we'll queue up the next section of the wall for construction. But, yeah, so once this wall is done, it's not the most optimal wall, because we can't really build anything alongside it due to its diagonal design, but it's a wall. It'll keep things out and keep us safe. It also means that if another gigantic fire comes through, everything inside this wall will be completely immune to fire. That's not going to stop me from putting fire breaks around my crops, though, because a fire could happen inside, and my colonists might not get to it in time. So, just a little safety precaution on that end. Resistance is being broken down rather quickly, honestly. It's really, really nice. Now, we are going to also construct the new Muffalo wool beds. Ah, Apple's doing research, apparently. Oh, they actually hit 100% on that. Wow, okay. Never thought I'd see the day they actually hit 100%. So they're doing the research. I think we can make them do research a bit faster if we make the room a little cleaner. So we're going to put some steel tiles on the floor. And that will hopefully help the research go just a tiny bit faster. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think besides, once we get to Medieval, getting the ability to make the ambrosia alcohol, we're going to need to see what technology we need to do to get these storage shelves, because, well, this is a bit of a nightmare, considering just how overcrowded it is. And I'd love to be able to turn this into the stables that I was talking about earlier, instead of having to construct a new building, just reusing that one. But we can't do that until we can get more stuff stored here. So, actually, I suppose we could store the hay here, just because. Let's go to storage. I believe food baskets can store hay. Let me just check real quick. They cannot. Okay, so that's something I didn't know. You learn something new every day, don't you? Because laboratories, as you can see in this little window here, cleanliness is the only one of these things that's important. You can tell because of the little symbol next to it and the fact that's the only one not grayed out. So that means that the cleanliness affects the work speed of the room. Like up here, it also affects how effective a kitchen is. Bedrooms, all this stuff affects how people view it. Hospitals, again, those are the important stats. Prisons, public bathrooms. This one's just listed as a room. This one's a bathroom. This is just the closet with a toilet in it, apparently. A group of travelers, huh? Are they any good? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. They are all very good. You're really good at, again, medical, intellectual. You are a natural at medical. But is it worth angering these guys? I don't think so. Because despite the fact that they are going to eventually hate us, they like us currently. And we want them to like us for as long as possible. So not angering them is the optimal strategy. So alas, we must allow them to leave and not capture them. Yeah, see, now the cleanliness is a lot higher than it was, so it will make them research just a bit faster. It's not, like, gonna increase their research speed significantly, but it's enough that I think it's something we can do considering the amount of resources we have. And plus, it just makes the room look a lot better. Man, they are making good progress on togas. Look at them go. At the rate we're going right now, we might actually get to, or at the very least get close to becoming medieval by episode 20. And I definitely think we're going to have our defenses fully ready by then. I feel so bad for Kata. They love working at night, but they're stuck working in this, in the rain, in the dark, with no sort of light source at all. We still got that other psychic neuroformer. I want to use it. Actually, I could use it on Calhoun. Because there is empath here, which could be really useful, as it could allow Calhoun to be a lot more effective in his talking. You know what? We're going to do that. Calhoun, you're going to become a psychic. Calhoun is a psychic now. And he will become an empath. And while we should unlock this one, logically, I feel like we should give him a different one of these. Let's see. So there's morbid, minimal, flame, wealth, for science, group, death rest, and archotechnology. Group could be a good one, I think. Sorry. Group could be a good one, I think. Because we don't really have any art for them to actually do anything with. Oh. Wait, what? What did I just do? Oh, I just upgraded his stats on accident. Whoops. Well, I thought that was changing something. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. I didn't mean to push that button, but it was an honest mistake, but I will not reload my previous save. We're just gonna have to deal with it. It was unfortunate. Misclick. Now we're just gonna have to live with it. So we're gonna need to set up artist stuff, apparently. So we're gonna need an artist workbench. Because I don't actually think we have any art. I mean, I guess we could always go try to steal some art from someone, but I think it would be more effective for us to just make our own art. We got the resources for it, definitely. Do we even have anybody who's good at art? Let's see. Latch is okay at art, I guess. They're not, like, super good at it. You got a passion for it, and you have a really good passion for it. Okay. Oh, look at that. Mission expired. Abandoned. Mission to the abandoned outpost. Quest active. Exploration of the desolate research outpost. I'm not doing that. Also, it is now snowing. Lovely. So it's getting colder out. But with our beds that prevent hypothermia, as well as torches in all of the main living areas, we shouldn't really have to worry about freezing to death. Because if they get cold, they can always just go to a warmer area. And there's plenty of warmer areas about. Honestly, if I moved the wall a little bit to encompass the steam geyser, this room would be the warmest. You know, I just realized I think I'm going to move Enbon's meditation spot up to here so that he can just meditate in his room, and it'll just make things a little easier. Ah, the wall over here. The next section of the wall is almost fully constructed. Excellent. And we finished researching togas. So, let's see. What should the next one be? So, here's the thing. I could research medieval technologies right now, but in the spirit of the, the whole series, we're not doing that. We're still a Neolithic nation. So, just a heads up for anybody who's been wondering why I'm not just doing these. I can, but I'm not. I'm choosing not to. So I think the next one we should research... Let's go with Legionary Armor, I think. Yeah, we'll go with Legionary Armor. Anyway, we also now have this art bench. So we're gonna make a... we're just gonna make a small sculpture. And we'll just make it out of... Can I make it out of steel? I can. We'll just make it out of steel. And just, like, let anyone work on it. It doesn't need to be super nice. It just needs to be enough that Calhoun can meditate at it. And look at that. The next section of the wall is now complete, and now we shall begin construction on the final segment. And there we go. And with that final segment, we will be fully enclosed, except for right here, because this is where people are going to come through, so we can kill them. Hopefully. Hopefully they don't just decide to smash through our walls, which is entirely a possibility, but hopefully they don't do that. Yeah, that's about as clean as the room's going to get until we replace the walls, as I believe the walls also contribute to how filthy the room is. So, there's not a whole lot more I can do about that. I can keep it nice and warm, and that'll help, but that's about it. I think after the wall's constructed, we're going to focus on making sure the hospital is as clean as possible. Myers is on a food, but Myers, please, no, we don't. I mean, we do have the food for him to go on a binge, but I would prefer if he didn't, because I'd like to keep our food up. Oh, and you tried to convert him while you were there. You dropped it by 10%. Okay. That's good, but, I mean, you failed to do the job I wanted you to. I mean, slowly whittling down everyone's beliefs is part of what I want you to do, though, I suppose. So, honestly, I think it's time to actually cut this here. Just so I can put a door here to make it just a little faster. Because it is bothering me so much. Now, unfortunately, due to the way I set this up, because I'm stupid, it's not going to be even. Unless I cut this and expand the hospital by 1, which actually isn't a bad idea. I might do that. So just put, like, a new wall here. Yeah, I can do that. I think that'll work. An art page. Oh, hey, that actually is, exactly what I wanted. Honestly, because now I think these guys sell art. I would assume so, considering they're called an art patron. So maybe I can just buy a sculpture. That would be really convenient. I have a bunch of money, and I don't want the money, so yeah, if I can sell it. If I can get rid of the money and get some art in exchange, I'll consider that a win. Also, Enbon, can you construct that door, please? I would rather not have the prisoners free walking around the base. Let's see. Ooh, they got one of those. Those are really cool. I don't want it, but if we had somebody with a Luciferium addiction, I would want it. Nice. Look at all these sculptures. So we're just gonna, like, buy all of them, I think. Yeah, we can afford that. Let's just buy all of them. Just buy them all. Get this money out of my pockets. I do not want the money. I will take all of these and shove them all into this room that is supposed to be a bedroom, but is now being converted into, apparently, a art gallery. I don't even know what, like, half of these are. I just bought them all. And I'm hoping it's enough. If not, well, we have a bunch of statues now that we can use for other things. Just to make our base look a little nicer, I guess. I really don't know. I might have gone a little overboard, but I needed to get the money out of here, and I assume that these are worth very little, comparatively speaking. So we're going to set this owner to Calhoun, and we're going to assign Calhoun the same schedule that Enbon's on. So he'll work less hours, 4 less hours specifically, but he'll be able to go and start getting his meditation. That's the word I'm looking for. So we're actually going to make the prison a little bit nicer now. Well, actually, that's a bit of a lie, I think. I would like to separate them into their own rooms, but I feel like that's not really that big of a deal right now. Considering right now, if they break out, I just break their legs and then throw them back in. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll install another bed so that we can have 4 prisoners now, and we'll give them like an actual table and stuff so that they can have something to do that's not just eat off the ground. We do want them to live some form of luxury. Well, not luxury, but we want to be humane, I suppose would be the term I'm looking for. We want to be humane to our prisoners and not just have them shoved in a hole in the wall that we dug because we were freaking out because we needed to get people into our colony. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. So I don't know why you're not sleeping. Are you just not tired? You're just not tired, okay. What is this quest, though? They hate us already. And, a cluster of mechs. Yeah, no, we're just gonna delete that one. We're not doing that. I'm good. I don't think that's worth it. Like, in the slightest. Major break risk. Who? Apple. Apple is having a major break risk. Okay. Just because you don't really have anything good going on for you. Go consume some ambrosia, I suppose. Don't you have the... You do have the psychite addiction. So you'll consume that. And go ahead and drink some tea. There we go. So look at that. We got psychite tea plus 12, ambrosia warmth plus 5. No depression. And we are almost out of sandstone. And look at that. The wall is now complete. Which means we are now significantly safer. Which is nice. I like being safer. Is Calhoun actually doing... Okay, he is meditating, so I must be doing something right here. Ah, yes, look. He's able to pull from all of these. Very nice. Very nice. Also, I love how it says we struck compacted machinery despite the fact that we knew that was there this whole time. As for the bathrooms, I'm thinking, seeing as we have to stick with, my goal is I want the walls to all be made of whatever material the stone is. So, like, over here is all slate, over here is all sandstone. So, seeing as this bit's all sandstone here, we're going to need to make it out of sandstone. Oh, looks like I'm going to need to move the door. That's weird. That's a shame. Anyway, back to what I was saying, though. We're gonna oh man, 3 toilets might be a bit much. I don't think they need 3 toilets for 4 people. I think we could get away with doing toilet, then door, like that. And let's make sure that before we do anything else, we move their food stockpile over there. Make sure it's the same one. Yep, okay. So now we put that there. Deconstruct that because it's in the way. We can give them their very own well, as well as a water tub to wash themselves. And then we just construct the rest of the wall like that. There we go. I think that's even... That might be either the same size or bigger than our current bathroom over here. Oh, wouldn't that be something? Oh, we don't want to build them wooden toilets. No, no. Don't build them wood toilets. Where's the hygiene? There it is. Build them, you know what? Just for the heck of it. Actually, no, dude. I was going to say build them steel toilets, but that's not an option. I believe a steel well is an option, though. It is. Yeah, so see, we can put a lot more prisoners in here. Oh. They're actually attempting... Okay, they're attempting a prison break. Well, let's see. Where is all of our melee people? Let's see. You got a sword. You got a club. You got a shotgun. That's a bit excessive. Okay, looks like it's just these two, which is fair enough. Actually, I'm gonna have you go in and... Actually, yeah, you stab Herring. Where's Kaida? Kaida's all the way down there. Okay. Well, Latch has a sword, so I'm expecting him to be able to win this pretty handily. Yeah, that's one down. Now turn around and whack him. Yep. And see, this is why it's important to have the door on the inside so we can stop these prison breaks quicker. All right, Latch. I'm gonna say capture. No, don't try to not kill. Kaida, could you please not kill them? They're gonna bleed to death here directly. You just need to get them to drop. Just get them to drop. They should drop pretty soon. I hope. Dang it! Okay, well, there goes the one person we had converted. Yeah, can you, No, you can't haul them. Okay, well, that's a shame. I really liked them. I mean, I didn't like their stats. They had pretty awful stats, all things considered, but, no, I liked them. So, Myers is doing medical. Apple, can you, can we... Oh, no, we can't haul it. Okay, well, I think we're gonna build them a grave. Separate from the 3 main guys, but we'll build them a grave. They were with us for a while. I think they earned it. Go tend to Latch. We want to make sure that no infections happen. That would be rather unfortunate. Calhoun, go ahead and go build that grave. We need to get that corpse out of there ASAP. There we go. Alright. Prioritize burying. Well, that just made my job slightly harder. Not too much harder, but, you know, harder. Bandits are spreading. Interesting. We could go hit those bandits, I suppose. Could prove useful. Herring did get fully tended to, right? Yes. Kaida? Kaida did not. Go tend to Kaida. And see, this is why having a good hospital is important, because stuff like this can happen. Well, I think I'm going to be leaving this episode off here. It was unfortunate that the prisoner did get beaten to death, but it's only a minor setback. We can recover from that pretty easily, all things considered. The base is looking great. We got a lot of small projects done today, and not a whole lot big happened, but sometimes it's important to just do the little things. The wall's completed. All we need to do now is dig this out and set it up as a proper kill zone. And yeah, nothing else to really say about this. So I will see you all in the next episode.